day 3. Three matches lined up for all of us today. The match number 7 and the first match of the day is Darsait Titans taking on Bousher Busters. We're going to go live in just a few minutes from now on. And the next match is Rui Rangers taking on Gubra Giants. Now both these teams have really some good talent, exciting talent on display, and that is going to be a cracker of a game. That is something that I can assure you. Match number 9, the last game of the evening, is going to be Azeba 11 taking on Kuwait Warriors. Azeba 11 played their first game last night, didn't have the perfect start, but they would want to come back strongly in this game and put out a statement. So these three teams, in fact these 3 matches and 6 teams are going to battle it out against each other at this beautiful scenic ground right here at Oman Cricket Academy, Al Amerat, Muscat. There is a slight breeze blowing across the ground, and that means it's a pleasant time and it's a perfect situation for the players to come out and show us some exciting brand of cricket. Alright, so first game of the day, it is Darsait Titans taking on Bousher Busters live from Oman Cricket Academy. And Bousher Busters were really good on and off. Of course, they won the first game, lost the second game, and it's the third game for them in this edition of Fan Code Oman D10. Darsait Titans also didn't get what they wanted. They couldn't start with a positive winning note, but they would want to change that today against Bousher Busters. Let's head towards the pitch and find out what Suhas Vedam has to tell us about the pitch.
Bright and sunny here at the Oman Cricket Academy. SkyExchange.net presents Fan Code Oman D10. Here we are bringing you the story of this surface. As far as the surface is concerned, and if you want to take an indication from how it played out yesterday, it is going to be a batting paradise. It will start to spin as the day progresses. Remember, it's a 5:30 start. Having said that, there's one particular area in the pitch which the spinners would be targeting more than the pacers. It's this one. Here, just outside the length area. It's going to be difficult for the batters to adjust, and not just that, they have to go slightly inside and deep inside the crease if they want to make a good ball that they can hit straight down the ground. Having said that, I think the winning captain of the toss would say, I'm going to bat first, mate.
Win the toss and bat first. That is what Suhas Vedam has to tell us about the pitch. Of course, we've seen that it's the third game on the same wicket. So it will be interesting to see how the pitch fares in the coming few matches. Beautiful scenes here, live from Oman Cricket Academy. It's always a pleasure to come here and call the game that we all love and adore. Darsait Titans taking on Bousher Busters, match number 7. And Darsait Titans, of course, missing a few players in their team. They are off for national duty, and we would see them coming and joining them as soon as they are free from there. Meanwhile, let's take you towards the toss, where we've got Mikhail Vaswani with the 2 captains.
Day 3, match number 7 of SkyExchange.net presents Fan Code Oman D10. It's toss time here at the Oman Cricket Academy. I have the Bousher Busters captain Prithvi Machi, captain of Darsait Titans Ikram Sadat, and to adjudicate the toss, Mujahid. Ikram, you'll be flipping the coin. Prithvi, you'll be calling. Khanjar is the call by Prithvi of Darsait Titans. Khanjar it is. Prithvi, आप टॉस जीते, आप क्या करना चाहेंगे?
मैं पहले बैटिंग करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि अभी नए नए विकेट है, तो मैं भी चाहता हूँ कि बाद में ड्यू नहीं आए, तो इसलिए मैं बैटिंग करना चाहता हूँ पहले.
एक मैच आप जीते हो, एक मैच आप हारे हो. क्या लगता है आपको कहाँ इम्प्रूव करना पड़ेगा?
हमारा इम्प्रूव ये है कि हमने एक चीज़ में गलती करे कि हमारा बैट्समैन क्लियर नहीं हो रहा है, तो हम चाहते हैं कि बैट्समैन अच्छा परफॉर्म करे और अच्छा क्रिकेट खेले और हम रन ज़्यादा बनाए.
क्या आपको लगता है कि एक सेफ टोटल होगा आपके लिए?
मेरे लिए सेफ टोटल है 100 रन सेफ टोटल है, तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि हम 100 रन करें और सेफ रहे.
All the very best, Prithvi. Good luck.
Thank you.
Right, Ikram, you lost the toss, but what would you have done had you won it?
Like I said yesterday, it doesn't really matter in this format of the game. Our batters had a good outing yesterday, though we lost by a minor margin. So they are looking to improve on their performance and let us cross the line this time.
Any changes to your side, or you're going with the same 11?
There's one change. Nalinda comes in place of Imran.
And what do you think is a good total to keep them at?
Somewhere around 80 to 90 should be a good total to chase it down.
Right, Ikram, all the very best. Go well.
Thank you.
All right, so the news from the center is that Bousher Busters have won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Well, so Bousher Busters are on a positive note. They've got that toss, all-important toss in their favor, and they have decided to bat first. We've seen that quite a few number of times. The captains winning the toss, deciding to bat first. And we are bringing you all these pictures courtesy ITW Prodigy's production. Smart live production. And we're bringing you all these pictures from the beautiful Oman Cricket Academy. Let's look at the playing 11 for both the sides. But before that, it's the right time to introduce my co-commentator here in the combox. It's Suhas Vedam.
Thank you very much, Shoaib. Let's have a look at Bousher Busters and the 11 that they're sporting today. Abdul, Rauf, Adnan, Sulehri, Asif Khan, Bilal, Mohammad, Fawad Ali, Hammad, Irfaq, Mehdi Hassan, Prithvi Machi, Shubo Pal, Sid Mehta, and of course, the experienced Sufyan Mehmood.
Well, and for the Darsait Titans, it's Amanpreet Singh Sira, Arjun Rajesh Kumar, Chaitra Jikesh Tanki, Chamindam Lakmal, Ikram Sadat, Joshin Vincent, Khurram Khan, Nalinda Prasad, Sachin Kumar Jagra, Ubaidullah, and Yagnik Ashwin. So first 2 days have been really interesting. We've seen some teams coming out and performing well. Some teams had a mixed bag where they won a few, lost a few. Still early days for us, but a lot to look forward to.
Still early days, as you say, but at the same time, every team that is yet to play was looking at every single match because they want to know what is a good target, what is a good total in this kind of a track, and how are the teams coping with the pressure. And there's so much to learn from not just your experience, but when the others play, because you know at some point of time in this tournament, you'd be playing them as counterparts. And that is the main motto behind waiting to see what exactly are the right things that we need to do. Let's have a look at the standings as they'll reflect the points they've accumulated. Amerat Royals 4, Ghubra Giants 2, and they've played the single game and won that one. Ruby Rangers in number 3 as they won the only game they played. Bousher Busters have played 2 games and 2 points for them. Khorum Thunders 2 games, 2 points. Darsait Titans are yet to open their account. Khober Warriors and Azeba 11 as well are on the same boat.
Yes, top 4, bottom 4. The difference is not too much. Of course, it's early days in the tournament. A lot of shuffle can be seen and will be seen in those teams, as some teams build on the momentum that they have, while others try their best to get into the top 4. Remember, it's going to be the top 4 who will be qualifying into the semi-finals and will look to confirm their berth in the final. Darsait Titans versus Bousher Busters, match number 7. For Darsait, it's Ikram who's leading the side. As you can see on the screens, Khurram Khan, he's one player you would want to look forward to as well. He's got the experience that you need in this kind of a format, and he's got the talent of hitting the ball long and hard as well.
A complete team man as well, Shoaib, isn't it? The team needed a good keeper, and Khurram Khan said, I'll do that for you. Not a regular keeper, mind you. He can field almost everywhere and be equally efficient. And you know how good he is at throwing as well from the deep. Despite having all those attributes, he says, I'm going to keep.
Oh yes, he's an all-rounder in the true sense of the word. Does like to give his 200% for his side, regardless of what he is doing. As long as he's there on the field, he would want to give his 100%.
And player of the match as well in the previous game. Out come the 2 umpires, one of them holding the ball. And it's not very often in this format of the game that we've seen the ball being held upright like that, because as far as the bowlers are concerned, they sometimes hold it cross-seamed.
Well, that also shows whether they've been a bowler or a batter or a spinner in their playing days. Zaman Qureshi and Mujahid, the 2 umpires walking out in the middle.
Out come the two batters for Bousher Busters. Winning the toss, choosing to bat first. They would want a good start in this format of the game. You know that a dot ball is considered a crime, so the batters will have to look for the big shots from the word go. Having said that, a couple of deliveries will have a closer look at how the pitch is behaving on the particular day, and then probably play the shots and decide if he wants to go through the line or wait for the ball a little.
It's a day game, of course, so that also will be playing on the minds of the batters. They would want to take some time out and then see how the pitch is faring. And the first game is always very tricky. You don't know how the pitch is going to fare, how settled the wicket is, whether it's been watered, is there any moisture in the wicket. So all that has to be considered before setting a target. Asif Khan is the man who will be opening the innings alongside Prithvi Machi, the skipper for Bousher Busters.
And it looks like Sachin Jagra will have the new ball. That's Yagnik paying respect to the pitch, isn't it? Before every game he'll bow down. That's what cricket means to every single person out there. Captain Prithvi Machi started off well as a skipper, gives his 100% all the time. Watch out for him when he has the ball in hand, and he's two fielders masquerading in one. Prithvi Machi for the moment with a bat in hand though.
That's right. He's excellent in the field. Spot on. Prithvi Machi. He can be in the side only on the basis of his fielding. That's how good he is.
He's the captain at the moment though.
Well, that is an added advantage.
I think he set a big example then. The benchmarks are definitely high to be in the side.
Of course, and I'm sure he leads by example. He leads from the front, and he expects the same kind of dedication from his other comrades as well.
And much like you, always smiling. No worries.
Thank you, Suhas, for the compliment.
Ikram Sadat, how would you rate him as a skipper? We've seen him for one game. Now the field that Sachin Jagra has got over here for the left-hander, Prithvi Machi. Third man's inside the circle, fine legs inside the circle. Third man, as we speak, is moving a little finer. Man at point, an extra cover in place, a sweeper in place. Mid-on and mid-off. Mid-wicket at the edge of the circle. Mind you, we heard to say that it's at the edge of the circle because these days, especially in this format, mid-wicket is starting at least 10 yards inside. And we've got a deep backward square. So the two men out are sweeper and deep backward square. What do you make of this field?
Unusual to start off because these are absolutely contrasting field positions. So either you're bowling on the pads or you're going to bowl outside off. Difficult to say. You'll have to wait and watch. Here we go. Ball number 1. Starts off with a slower delivery outside off. Nicely played. Waited for it. And that will go all the way for the first boundary on the very first ball of the innings.
Prithvi Machi with a smile. Hung his bat around there. Now leaving the ball is never an option in this kind of in this format, isn't it? He spears the gap beautifully. That is the moment when as a fielder you realize you're not a fielder anymore, you're a fetcher.
Oh yes, good start for Bousher Busters.
Now Sachin Jagra is persisting with that line. This time it's done too much, the ball. Prithvi Machi was trying to give it all. The previous shot I felt he was trying to implement some timing on it. Power was secondary. This time power took precedence. Of course he didn't strike the ball at all as it was wide.
That's right, Khurram Khan, the keeper, was also playing well in the last game. Got the man of the match. Meanwhile, Prithvi Machi, the skipper, takes on, and that's gone the distance. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. Yes, that's a 6. So a great, positive, aggressive start from Prithvi Machi.
A fantastic shot. That line was supposed to trouble the lefty. He's hitting on the up. Is that a signal to what is to come on this particular pitch? That was travelling.
Now here's my question to you. If you're bowling that line and length, why would you have a deep square leg?
I think that is to bluff the batter for that one shot delivery, but I think you're risking too much for that. He wants to take a single. Single wouldn't have been a bad option at all. He's got 2 boundary balls early in the over.
Oh, yes, so that's the right way to go about it. Hit a few boundaries and then rotate strike. As less dot balls, the better.
Let's have a look at the field again. Now, it hasn't changed after those 2 shots as well, is it? The third man, slightly become a better friend to man at point, closer to him this time. So the gap opens up. He's inviting the batter here, Sachin. As he plays a dot ball, he's inviting the batter to open the face of the bat and try and run it down to the third man region. And while he does so, with the angle of attack, there's always a chance of an edge.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That is a much better field placement. Four balls, 11 runs. 2 more balls to go in this over. Short ball. That's the ball that he had that field placement for.
That's 1 for the over as well. Sachin Jagra saw a batter charge towards him. Jagra doesn't like it. He got it exactly where he wanted it to. And lovely bounce as well. Imagine walking into a bouncer, or the era of ducking for a bouncer. Is it gone?
That was a good ball, well directed, and not the wisest of choices from Prithvi Machi to step down. He steps again.
This could be
yes,
trouble.
No.
That could have been trouble. I really thought they were going for that single. Dot ball to finish the over. 11 for no loss.
So 11 runs on the board for Bousher Busters. And Prithvi Machi is on 10 of 6. Asif is yet to face. He'll be facing his first ball. And it's going to be Ubaid, who will be bowling from the Oman LNG end.
Ubaid loves to swing the ball. What's the field that Ubaid's got for himself? Now he's got to be bowling to the righty first up. Third man's inside the circle. In fact, there's a wall on the off. 4 inside the circle on the off. And a slightly wideish long off. That's because Asif loves to go straight. And on the leg side, 3 inside the circle, including a mid-on. And there's a man patrolling it deep in front of square. Oh, that's well played. This is good swing as well. It's a direct hit too. Oh, so much happening. This is good cricket all around. Ubaid gets one right on the money. And well negotiated by Asif to get off the mark as well. Shoaib, is this the way you deal with good deliveries too? Don't let it become a dot ball.
Oh yes, absolutely. That was a great ball. Look at that movement in the air, coming in to the right-handed Asif. And that was a good run as well. As long as you don't lose your wickets, you need to have the intent of taking those singles and doubles.
Yeah, intent was definitely there with Prithvi Machi as well, who's always pushing for a single. Sometimes the problem becomes that he's pushing for one where there isn't any.
Yes, he's got that that very eager approach of taking those singles on every ball that he connects.
Very busy player indeed. And so is he. We're waiting for his opportunity with a bat in hand. He's been a man in great touch, Abdul Rauf. 40 odd in the first game.
Plays it up in the air, in no position whatsoever to play that shot. Finds the fielder. And how many times have we seen Prithvi Machi doing that? Giving away his wicket, gift wrapped. This time, He walks back after scoring 10. Bousher Busters lose their first wicket.
This is catch practice. You've got to take your chances early on, absolutely. But with Prithvi Machi, this is happening on a regular basis. The ball's gaining height and only height, no distance. This one he was trying to go inside out again, replicate what he did in the first over. This time it only goes as far as the 30-yard circles. Good catch by Joshin.
Oh yes, the first wicket down and success for Ubaid. Prithvi Machi scoring 10 of 7. Bousher Busters 12 for 1.
Eight balls up, 12 for 1, Bousher Busters. Oh, that's a good delivery. What a delivery. Ubaid is not only playing with the length, he's also playing with the release points. The first one that he bowled was cutting into the righty. Now this, of course, is why Prithvi Machi finds himself in the dugout and not out there in the middle. Good catch from Joshin. He has to paddle back, but never took his eyes off the ball.
Oh, swing and a miss. Asif was looking to go downtown, but all he could manage was his parking lot.
Which is not a bad option at all. Which is not a bad option at all.
Lucky on that
You
occasion.
drove us here, so you know.
He was lucky to not find an edge, Asif.
I think it's a very good over. Shoaib, they started with a single, then a wicket and 2 dot balls. So Ubaid's bowling brilliantly. And just as we say that, this was in the slot. It's travelling the distance to one clean motion of a swivel and the ball disappears. Much needed 6 for Asif and Bousher Busters.
Well, not the best looking shots, but Asif will not mind that. He's got that connection. Look at that. Just swivel across. And that ball went high and handsome over the backward square leg fence for 6.
Now let's just banish the question of why a pacer in this format wants a person in deep backward square just in front of it. Because batters like Asif are getting the swivel so very right. Ubaid's got to finish well though.
Well, this time fuller and straight to the fielder. Chaitra, the fielder, well done to stop that ball. It was travelling at a very brisk pace. A dot ball to end the over. 2 overs gone, 18 for 1.
Two overs gone, 18 for 1. Left most is Rafiullah, who's waiting in the stands to try and catch one, because when he's playing he can't be in the stands, you know, but he peppers the stands with those leather balls.
So Yagnik Ashwin Pandya, the new bowler, being brought into the attack. Left arm orthodox. And it's Adnan Ilyas who will be facing his first ball. He's a good player against spin, Adnan. We saw him in the D20 format. Played some crucial knocks But this is again a different format altogether, where you need to go all guns blazing right from ball number 1.
Sure, what are his options here? Adnan loves to go straight down the ground and aim cow corner. He's chosen to tap it around and pick up a single to get off the mark.
Well, it's a 10 over game, but you still need to do some planning on how to approach those 10 overs. I think the best option would be to first play a few singles in the first few balls of the over.
There is a man at deep mid wicket here, and he's also got a long on in place. But that's for Asif. Asif still favouring the leg side, which is heavily guarded. What do you feel? Not if that's the line in length. Quietly taps it to pick up a single.
So that's the idea, I feel, that the first few deliveries of the over, you would want to take singles, and in the last few, you'll try to score a boundary so that you get to that 9-10 runs and over mark every time in every over.
One, Arjun!
Now it's going to be another single. He's not even pushing for it. He was quite content picking up a single. I guess sure that's the idea here. Usually what we see is target the first half of the over, set the tone nicely for yourself, and then even if you pick up singles in towards the end of the over, that over in your mind is done and dusted with in terms of the runs that you accumulate for it. Bit of a misfield, but will not bother much.
Yes, that's right. That should be the approach when you've got two settled batters out there in the middle. When you've got a new batter coming in, he would want to take some time off first, middle the ball, see how the pitch is faring, and then go for the big shots.
I think that shows belief in the batter as well, that I'll be able to cover up even if it is a T10 format. What does it tell you?
It does, of course, and that belief has to be there if you're playing this format. If you don't have that belief, then you're not cut out for this kind of swashbuckling, big hitting format of a game.
Oh, this could be catch practice. This could be easy catch practice, and it is. Runs were coming in singles, and it was starting to get to Adnan. Yagnik Ashwin Pandya finds a reason to celebrate. This has been a very good over up against two good batters.
Yes, the shot was on. There was foot movement as well. Stepping down the track, Adnan Ilyas, but not able to middle the ball as much as he would have wanted to. Got the elevation, but not the distance. And an easy catch in the end to dismiss Adnan Ilyas, who's walking back after scoring 2 of 3. A good catch by Amanpreet Singh Sira. Bousher Busters, 2-2 for 2.
सचिन सामने जा, तू अर्जुन को अंदर कर, इधर आ जा अर्जुन, अंदर आ, जल्दी आ
So the new man in is Abdul Rauf. Ataullah had a great game for Bousher Busters. As in comes another bowling change from Oman LNG end. It is Amanpreet Singh Sira.
Good delivery. Today he's got a different role to play with the ball in hand. Gets the ball in hand in the 4th over. Situation 22 for 2, completely different. And there is a polite apology as well as he bumped into Asif. He's up against Abdul Rauf, someone who is in good form.
Very well played, straight down the ground for a single. So as of now, the Busters are dealing in singles, and that is what the story is more often than not when you lose wickets early on in the innings.
He isn't scared of giving flight. And Asif, mind you, has already hit a 6. It's not like he's new to the crease.
That is what is really special about Amanpreet. He's a very confident bowler. He backs his skills. And that's a good length to be bowling. Very difficult to play off the front foot. Very difficult to get on the back foot. So this is good bowling from Amanpreet.
I didn't give it flight this time round. Wanted to cut the ball. I think the pace as well was a little different from what Rauf expected it to be. Oh, once again, it was almost a replica of the previous delivery.
This is why he's been so dangerous and so effective. Even in the previous game, he was very consistent with his line and length. He's got that that spot perfectly fitted in his mind, and that's where he's targeting the ball every time he comes out to bowl.
Once again, slightly pitched up, but it seemed to do the trick because Asif was backing away. Another single to end the over. What an over from the youngster. 4 overs gone, 27 for 2. Asif Khan, 12 of 11. Prithvi Machi, the first to go for 10. Adnan Sulehri followed his skipper in a similar fashion. A ball that went straight up in the air and was an easy catch. Abdul Rauf came into bat because of that. And for the moment, Bousher Busters 27 for 2. The crowd started to come in. With the words going out, the games have begun. Yesterday we had a slightly earlier start compared to this one. And we're only expecting that the crowd will start to pour in, and in good numbers as well. As the day progresses, as the game progresses. It's a triple header today. Oh, good shot. He's got the elevation and he knew it right away.
That was hit hard and has gone the distance. Look at that, clearing that front foot. And the full swivel of the bat. Flat batted, and it's gone for 6 runs. So good batting from Asif. Has taken his time, but now looks set for a big total.
Now he's looking at the mid-wicket region again. That cow corner region, one of his favorite shots. We'll get a single this time. 7 of the first 2. Would be interesting to see how Rauf approaches this particular over. Will Rauf also go for the big shot? Or will he pick up a single and give it to Asif, who's got a measure of the bowler?
Well, if it's in his slot, he will go for that shot. He likes to play in that cow corner, long on area. Also a very good batter. Hits some lusty blow straight down the ground as well. But this time he was targeting that cow corner area. Good ball from Yagnik. Just getting his length right.
Hurt himself a little there. Rauf was through with the shot and then the ball arrived. Yagnik was interested in that appeal. The keeper was more concerned about retrieving. Oh, that's gone high, and that will be travelling as well. We're talking about the leg side and his dominance. This one's over off 6.
That's a good shot. It was not in his arc. He didn't reach the ball even after coming down the track, but still went with the shot. Look at that. And with the fielder inside the circle, it was a risk-free shot. So good placement, and he's got maximum result.
Oh, this one is... Well, he's done well. There's suddenly a slide that he had to put because he realized he's overrun, and he's also hurt himself in that throw. Ubaid, a fast bowler's throw, you want to collect it correctly. Well done, Ubaid. Well done, Yagnik too.
Good cricket overall. Definitely some marks there for that save. Meanwhile, another big shot that's gone the distance yet again in the slot, and Asif is absolutely smothering the ball. This one was straight down the ground, and he gets half a dozen more.
What a way to end the over. 3 balls out of the 6 had 6 written over it. 5 overs gone, 47 for 2. Darsait Titans, Sachin Kumar Chakra bowled an over that went for 11. Ubaidullah bowled an over which went for 7 and he picked up a wicket. Yagnik Ashwin in his second over went for runs, 24 of them in 2 overs, and he's picked up 1 wicket. Amanpreet Singh Sara bowled really well in his first over. Will be interesting to see how the captain uses him now. He's decided to bowl him out. Dancing down the track, will pick up a single Rauf. And change in voices in the comm box. We've got Mr. Ashok Purohit and Mikhail Vaswani to take you through the next 5. Now this was the final delivery of the previous over. Stanton deliver. He knew that it was going for 6 from the moment he hit it. That one was collected from the roads.
Asif places straight down the boundary. A good throw there. Picks up a couple. 50 for 2. Bousher Busters. Good evening, Mikhail.
Good evening, Ashok. 50 up in the 6th over. They've crawled to this total of theirs. But the good thing for them is 2 of their finest batters are in the middle right now and are batting in a situation where they've already consolidated, and they'll be eager to now take it forward to a good sizable total. At the toss, Ashok, the captain of Bousher Busters stated something close to 100 is fine for us, and the captain of Darsait Titans, Ikram, said something around 80-90.
Well, Bousher Busters look to be on track at half a stage. A nice crisp shot. Again, well collected on the ropes by Ubaid, and there's a single, just a single there.
Yes, but somebody will need to take charge. That last delivery where Ubaid, just need to check if that footing of his was safe. Nicely bowled this time, quicker through the air.
Rauf has been in good form, and he's the man who could really give the speed, accelerate the run rate for Bousher Busters.
Looking for that big hit once again, not quite getting underneath that one. Amanpreet has bowled well so far in this over, conceding only 5 runs in his 5 deliveries. 6 rather. 6 gone, it's 53 for 2.
Helmet.
Six overs gone, 53 for 2. The lights have been switched on, and that's Amanpreet's father, a very keen observer of the game, and comes for every match of his sons. That's the Darsait Titans that he plays for. A hat-trick for him in the D20. Last evening as well, he opened the innings for Darsait Titans. Meanwhile, Bousher Busters have another 24 legal deliveries. How far you think, Ashok, they can get?
With Rauf and Asif batting, I think they could touch around 100. But they need to go big. They need to score quick runs. They have to target a couple of bowlers right now of Darsait.
Sachin Jagra introduced into the attack. Went for 11 in the first over. This is that time, that period of play during a match when the lights are switched on during twilight. Just becomes a little difficult for the batsman as well to sight the ball, especially the white ball under lights when the sun is dipping. But Asif, 29 of 18. What an innings he's so far played.
Goes for another big one, but finds the player on the boundary. Ubaidullah doing well. Returns it back to the bowler. Just a single there. Bousher Busters 54 for 2. So Sachin Jagra bowling to a field which he has got long on and a mid wicket, and others inside the ropes.
Goes big over the bowler's head, as straight as it can get. Nicely cut off in the deep. Amanpreet there, he'll keep it to 2. So the Bousher Busters have now decided it's time to shift gears. And at the same time, Darsait Titans as well have raised the standard in the field.
Yeah, very nice fielding there by Amanpreet, the young Amanpreet there. Definitely saving 2 runs and ensuring that his leg doesn't get on the ropes. Asif in 30s now.
Goes big this time. Has he middled it? Not quite. He has, in fact. The fielder does get a finger. Ubaidullah over there. He knew he was in a situation where he could be losing control of it. And finally it brushes his fingers and goes for a 6. So Rauf has decided to turn things on in the middle. For a long time it kept the fielder entrusted at deep mid wicket and came agonizingly close to him as well for a catch.
A nice attempt there by Ubaidullah, but definitely a very good shot there by Rauf. And Rauf and Asif definitely are the key players right now for Bousher Busters.
Once again this time he goes big, high, handsome. He's got stuck underneath that one and the ball has disappeared. That's Abdul Rauf Khan's favorite area. That's the region he always attacks and he makes it look so easy. What a powerful strike.
Indeed, a very powerful hit there by Rauf. And as I told you before, these 2 players are the key players for Bousher Busters.
It's the length Jagra will need to be wary of. Just the right length for him to go and give that wild swing towards the mid-wicket region. But almost went into the roads. That's Abdul Rauf Khan for you. Pint-sized, but quite a dynamite when he gets going.
Yeah, he's a pocket dynamite there. Rauf has been in electric form over the last 2 days. And the ball seems to have got to the road.
Yes, Ubaid has been kept busy there. He almost had a catch taken which looked very difficult. It was a half chance. Now courtesy the disappearance of the ball, the batsmen get a drinks break as well. And finally there you get it. As many as 4 people there searching for it. It's Amanpreet who finally gets it. But look at this shot. Right out of the screws. It was 6 from the moment it hit the bat.
Got the elevation actually, and that's very well struck there by Sachin, already conceding 15 runs in the last 4 balls.
Pressure telling on him. And they quickly steal a single as well. So 2 wides. What pressure can do, Ashok? It can get the best of the bowlers out of their rhythm and derail their concentration.
Yes. They're putting, both the batters are putting a lot of pressure on Sachin Jagra. And he's looking to avoid giving the length balls and obviously missing the line too. 70 for 2, Bousher Busters.
And that's why with a semi-new ball, pace on it, it nicely comes onto the bat. We've seen it in this over. Jagra has already conceded 17 runs in his 4 deliveries. Wide. Pressure, one down the leg, one outside, way outside off.
He's under pressure, the bowler Sachin Jagra. Asif and Rauf putting the pressure there with some electric shots there. Couple of big hits, 2 sixes already seen in this over. So spread out field day. You have a long off day.
Once again, looks towards that mid-wicket region. Has he found the fielder? And has he taken it as well? Ubaidullah gives the soft signal from his end, saying that that's a catch taken, and a very well-judged low catch as well. He's been kept entrusted for a while. A 6 off his fingers, went into the ropes, then 1 over him. And this time 1 too many for Abdul Rauf Ataullah. And he finally finds Ubaidullah. And that's a wicket gone.
Yes, he tried too many in that area, and Ubaidullah was placed there and takes a brilliant catch there. Diving forward and picks up and signals that he has picked it clean.
Beg your pardon, that's Asif Khan who's departed. 30 of 20 was looking dangerous as well. As Bousher Busters lose their third wicket, it's 71 for 3.
Yes, the new batsman in, but Rauf to take the strike. Plays it inside out. There's a good looking shot, but straight to the fielder, and he's gone. 2 back-to-back wickets. Bousher Busters losing 2 wickets in 2 successive balls.
2 well-set batsmen depart in the space of 2 deliveries, and all of a sudden Bousher Busters, just when they were looking dangerous and good to get to somewhere close to 100, have lost another in-form batsman in the name of Abdul Rauf Ataullah. Just found the fielder at sweeper cover. Another nice little cameo comes to an end for him. Caught Nalinda, he's out for 25. It's 71 for 4 after 7. What an eventful 7th over we've just witnessed. 6s, runs, wides, and 2 wickets as well. In comes Sufyan Mehmood, another experienced campaigner. Has been in such situations many a time before. Can use the long handle to very good effect. Perfect setting for him.
Along with him is a youngster, Shubo, who has been excellent on the field over the last 2 days. The new bowler, Ikram Sadat.
Watchfully played for a single. He's off the mark. Running the first run fast, but they'll have to settle for a single. Captain Ikram Sadat introducing himself into the attack. 6 wickets in hand, 18 deliveries. 100 is what they're looking at. I guess it's time to tee off for both these batsmen.
Absolutely. Shubo and Sufyan can do that. Sufyan has been known to use his long handle effectively in the death overs. He's got a chance to do it again here. Shubo, right hand batter.
Played towards the mid-wicket region. Very good shot, confident looking shot. They may have got the runs in the last over, but they'll need to keep finding the boundaries. They don't want to get into that situation where once again they throw their bats at virtually everything.
Darsait Titans would be happy to concede singles. The field for Sufyan quite spread out.
Gives the shuffle over there, was looking for the big hit towards the mid-wicket region. He was eyeing that area. Very smartly bowled this time by Crumb, just keeping it flatter.
Yeah, and that's the trick. He's not giving him the flight. It's going to be very dangerous if he flights the ball to a player like Sufyan.
Gives the charge, uses his feet, and how wonderfully has he executed the 6. By far the best 6 of the evening, should I add. Very good use of the feet, giving the charge and delight in the dugout as well. Shubopal is showing signs of a very fine batter in the middle.
Clean hitting at its best, Mikhail. Danced down the pitch and hit it straight as an arrow.
2 मिनट सामने रहे भाई, hello.
How beautifully executed that right into the side screen. Ikram realizes he can't afford to allow the new batsman to get going. Very, very unorthodox grip there. Nicely played this time. They're eyeing 2 runs. He's played it with soft hands.
Well done, Sachin.
Denied by Sufyan. They'll stick to 1. They've got the runs, 9 coming off it so far. Beg your pardon, 10 already.
A better ball this time by Ikram. Knew that the batters are on charge.
Last ball अच्छा करना है.
Sufyan coming
Dushan,
to take the next ball strike.
सामने भाई, सामने थोड़ा, बस.
Ikram would be hoping to contain Sufyan.
Another single. Make that 11 of the over, and it's a good one for Bousher Busters. They're keeping that 100 in mind. 8 overs gone. It's 82 for 4.
बेटा.
New bowler. A bowling change. Ubaidullah coming into attack after his first over cost him 7 runs. Bowling his second over to complete his spell. Young pacer with a lot of prospects for the national team.
Asif Khan, 30 of 20, gave the much needed start. Abdul Rauf added the impetus in the middle overs, 25 of 12. Otherwise, the batting has once again looked a little brittle on top and in the middle. But it's over to Sufyan and Shubopal now if they can add the finishing touches and take them to a very strong total past 100. 12 legal deliveries. They need another 18 runs to get to 100. That psychological mark.
Sachin Jagra picking up 2 for 29. Ubaidullah 1 for 7. And Yagnik picking the 4th wicket, 1 for 24. 82 for 4 after 8 overs.
Taken on the full play toward the extra cover region. They're running the first run fast. Superpole wants a second, and yes, he takes that and does it comfortably. Very good running. You've got to give credit to the presence of mind. They knew they had played it in the vacant area. Amanpreet was attacking the ball, but it's the calling and the running that needs mention.
Excellent running there by Shubopal. Took the first run very quickly and knew that he had to run to the danger's end. And he makes it comfortably there.
Got to keep rotating the strike, and that's exactly what they're doing. Looks to go big. He's connected that really well. That's Sufyan Mehmood for you. He can turn things in matter of deliveries. That wasn't as short as it was, but he's made it look so easy over there. Lot of power behind it, and that's one of his favorite areas as well. He got that right out of the screws.
Yeah, absolutely stunning shot there by Sufyan, and he does it so often in the death overs. He's known to use his long handle effectively, and this time he doesn't miss out on a short ball there by Ubaidullah.
And Ashok, that's why I feel he should be batting slightly higher up in that batting order.
I think the team knows that he uses his long handle effectively in the death overs.
This time, bowling it slightly away from him. A very good delivery. He's aware that he can't really earn in length. Just keeping it away from him.
Yeah, so Sufyan is someone which the team relies a lot in the later overs, and he's proving his credentials with that fantastic, good-looking 6 in the previous delivery. There you can see Prithvi, skipper of Darsait Titans, happy with that shot hit by Sufyan Mehmood.
Oh, that's cheeky, that's innovative, and that's 4 as well. Shubhapal has come and played some very fine and delightful shots in the middle, and the dugout is enjoying his presence in the middle. They're racing to that 100 mark, but at the moment, Shubhapal is batting like a man who has come with a plan over here. Very good execution this time.
That's a signature T10 shot there. You see a lot of people, lot of batters opting for such shots, and execution was perfect. And if you don't execute, you're castled or you possibly hold a catch.
Oh yes, that's what T10 and T20 cricket can do. Bring out some of the most innovative cricketing shots. Again this time. This time though, he went for the reverse sweep. He almost went for glory there, and had he got it, I feel that dugout would have erupted in further joy.
Absolutely. Tries the reverse switch shot there, misses it, and that's what I'm saying. Execution is so important with such shots.
It's been a very nice little partnership that's brewing. Gentlemen who've represented Oman cricket over the years in the administration, that's Kapil Venkateshappa there. All of them in action and busy with the D10 responsibilities, and have done a fine job of it as well. Taken on the full face of the bat. I don't think so. He's connected that, and it's been taken just when it looked like it would be sailing into the stands. Shubhapal departs. Amanpreet with a very fine catch. Just that he didn't go with that full hit. It was a half-hearted shot.
I think that was the reason. Had he gone with the follow-through, he would have crossed the ropes. But here you can see that he couldn't use full use of the full toss.
It was a gentle push, more of a chip. And catching practice there for Amanpreet, who's done a fine job in the field today, throwing himself and diving. He's happy. One youngster takes the catch of another youngster, and that's what D10 is all about. Shubhapal departs for 12. It's 95 for 5 after 9, 6 to go.
Ikram Sadat to bowl the final over of the innings. New batsman, and there goes Sufyan again for a big hit, but straight to the fielder there. A catching practice there, and one more wicket falls down. The second time in the innings, 2 successive batsmen have gone to the pavilion back.
Oh yes, of successful deliveries. This of course at the change of over, but that was short. That meant to be hit for a 6. Didn't quite get the distance on this. May have got the toe end of the bat, and Amanpreet strikes once again. Beg your pardon, takes that catch once again. As Sadat strikes off his very first delivery of the final over. Sufyan Mehmood departs for 12 with 95 for 6.
Bilal Shah, the new batsman. 5 more deliveries, legal deliveries to be bowled by Darsait. 95 for 6. Bousher Busters. Ikram Sadat, the skipper, bowling his second ball of the final over. Bowls it wide. Bilal picks up a single to open his account, and it's 95 for 6. 96 for 6, sorry. 4 more deliveries to be bowled, legal deliveries.
So the opening pace duo of Bousher Busters in the middle. Fawad and Bilal, they'll have a role to play up front with a new ball, and at the moment, if they can get a few hits, it'll just help their confidence when they come out to bat. Now, I'll tell you something about pacers, the tail-enders, is that when they come into bat, they always feel like specialist batsmen.
That's the reason they can go for those big hits without any fear. They know that they are meant to go all out. Whether they succeed, that's fine. If they don't, then it's okay.
Fawad looks to go big, but has he found the fielder once again? Very good catch there by Amanpreet. I'm telling you what, he's showing signs of a very fine, agile fielder, and he's making it look very easy. He had to be alert and aware of the rope behind him, but he was so sure about his jump and the timing of it as well. Fawad Ali not getting the elevation and distance on this, and just at the rope, that's been taken. What a catch, Ashok.
Yes, indeed. It's a terrific catch there on the ropes, keeping his balance and keeping him well aware of the fact that if he goes over, it's going to be a 6. Fawad Ali gone for a golden duck. Ikram Sadat picks up another wicket. It's
96 for 7 in the 10th over.
इधर से आने दे भले हो जाए वाइड मुश्किल नहीं है 21 शाबाश
This time Bilal trying to go for that expansive chip over covers, and interesting call there by Mujahid, the umpire. He feels that's well within the purview of not being called a wide. What an over this has turned out to be.
Yes. Bilal moved, shuffled, so that may be possibly the reason why the umpire hasn't given it a wide. He did seek a wide.
The helicopter. Most cricketers fancy. They're looking for the second run. This could be a very, very close call if he gets it right, and that could be another dismissal. That'll have to be referred. It's gone upstairs. But once again, is that man Amanpreet in the deep. Look how fast he attacked the ball. Bousher Busters still not getting to that 100-run mark.
Yeah, they're struggling to reach the 3 digits here. Bousher Busters 96 for 7. Here's the replay. Bilal tries out a helicopter shot, hits it hard, but well fielded there by Amanpreet. Unleashes a very good throw straight to the bowler, and Ikram Sadat
I'll tell you what, the line belongs to the umpire. Ikram Sadat was in two minds whether to dislodge it by himself or throw it. He released it at just the right time, and it's curtains, looks like, from this angle at least. Great work in the outfield by Amanpreet, and good work as well here by Ikram Sadat. I'll tell you what, wickets in this over has tumbled in a very, very fast time.
Amanpreet's throw was crucial. He unleashed a throw which came straight to Ikram, and Ikram was quick to release the ball again onto the wickets, and it's a close call there. Umpire says not out. 98 for 7, Bousher Busters with 1 ball to go.
What a dramatic over this has turned out to be. Still to get to the 100-run mark. Final delivery by Ikram Sadat. Goes for the big hit, and he's been stumped. He had pretty much given up. He should have actually looked back to try and come back into the crease. Another wicket here for Ikram Sadat. He's having a wonderful day as Bilal Shah departs, and Bousher Busters fall too short of getting to the 100-run mark as well.
There's a fumble there, but he still had all the time on earth to dislodge the balls.
That's a typical tail-ender dismissal. Didn't even bother to go back into the crease, Bilal Shah. But that's the story here for Bousher Busters. They've played well in patches. It's been a mixed bag of an innings for them. They began well. In the middle order, they had a little bit of a stutter. They recovered, and then wickets fell in a heap again as Darsait Titans have ensured that they keep them inside 100. And Ikram Sadat, with that final over of his, the captain, may have just done reasonably well to keep them under check. The batting card of Bousher Busters, only 2 noticeable batting performances there. Asif Khan 30 of 20, Abdul Rauf 25 of 12. The rest chipped in with 12-12 in Sufyan and Shubo, but otherwise the batting has been a little scratchy as well. Only 4 extras as Bousher Busters got to 98 for 8 in the 10 overs.
Bowling card, Sachin Kumar Jagra picked up 2 for 29, Ubaidullah picked for 2 for 20, but it was Ikram Sadat's last over that got him 3 for 14. Yagnik Ashwin picking the other wicket, 8 wickets down, 98. They were restricted to 99 to win for Darsait Titans.
Electing to bat first, the Bousher Busters didn't quite begin on a strong note. That's because they lost the early wicket of the captain Prithvi Machi. He chipped this one up. He got a few boundaries initially. He played some delightful shots, but one too many for him this time. Didn't quite get the distance on it as it was taken at covers. Nice catch taken. Asif Khan, though, produced some magical shots in the middle and added to all the runs that was needed. He used his feet exceptionally well, but sometimes they found the fielder as well who didn't drop catches. Amanpreet in particular having a wonderful evening in the field. It was a story where Asif Khan and Abdul Rauf Ataullah decided to take matters into their own hand and play on all sides of the wicket. They fancied the mid-wicket region and did it with ease. And just when it looked like they were going big, there was a wicket falling at some end or the other.
Yeah, this one. He tried to go over the boundary. He managed to hit, tried a switch hit there. Shubo Paul, but failed to go for a big shot this time. Caught well by Amanpreet there. Few more shots, but they were all not able to get out of the ropes. Amanpreet doing a fantastic job on the ropes. And that's the last wicket as they were restricted for 98 for 8. Darsait Titans need 99 runs to win in the 10 overs.
And we'll come back with the chase after a very short break.
Good evening and welcome back to Oman Cricket Academy. The second innings of this game, match number 7, SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10, Darsait Titans versus Bousher Busters, live from Oman Cricket Academy. And as we know, let's give you a sneak peek into what happened in the first innings. It was Bousher Busters who were batting first and have managed to score 98 runs after losing 8 wickets in their allotted 10 overs. Asif Khan scoring 30 of 20. Abdul Rauf looked good, 25 of 12. But other than that, some small contributions coming in from Sufyan, Mehmood and Shubo. Right now for the bowling, Sachin Kumar Jagra, 2 overs, 29 runs, 2 wickets for him. Ubaidullah, 2 wickets and conceded 20 runs in his 2 overs. Yagnik Ashwin also getting a wicket and giving away 24 runs. Pick of the bowlers, Ikram Sadat taking 3 wickets and also the skipper of Darsait Titans. Now in the second innings, they need 99 runs to win in the allotted 10 overs. Not a difficult task, but not an easy one as well. Joining me in the comm box is Mr. Ashok Purohit.
Good evening, Shoaib. 99 needed in 10 overs for Darsait Titans. Bousher Busters did well to reach the target they had actually planned. At the toss, the skipper had said that 100 would be something they would be looking at, and they got 98. So here we find parents of few players over here. Amanpreet's father there, you can see him in the frame, a regular at the Oman Academy grounds.
Oh yes, a lot of spectators coming in to watch and enjoy this game of cricket. Some fans, some well-wishers, also parents of the young cricketers were a part of this fan code Oman D10.
Yes, you can see them discussing possibly what went wrong in the first innings for Bousher Busters after getting off a flyer. Asif Khan in particular came up with some lusty hits, and then Rauf joined him in the party and they looked set for a big total. Here the batters coming in for Darsait Titans. Bilal Shah looks to take charge of the opening spell, the opening over, marking his run up here. Khurram Khan of Darsait Titans, a experienced stroke player, well known for its mighty hits.
Well, he has his work cut out, and this is also part of ITW Prodigy, Naeem on the screens. One-man army. Khurram Khan, right-handed batsman, will be taking strike and facing the first ball against Bilal, while the other batter is Chaminda Lakmal. Oh, yes, it is. Good guess there.
Yes, indeed. He did open the innings in the previous match too. So, Chaminda Lakmal, having native of Sri Lanka. Bilal Mohammad, who has been in an excellent form with his new ball. So all set. Bilal would be looking to meet with some early success. A shorter ball and pulled away to a boundary. That's Khurram Khan with the first ball dispatching him to the boundary without much ado.
Well, brilliant hit there. Absolutely brilliant. It was a short ball, and look at that. Latched onto it as soon as it bounced, and that ball went racing like a tracer bullet towards the boundary for 4. Good way to start the proceedings here, Khurram Khan. The very first ball from Bilal. Bilal needs to keep his line right here and tight as well.
Indeed. Bowls a better line this time. Wide of the off stump. And Khurram tries to play that, misses it. A dot ball there.
Good comeback from Bilal. Two fielders out on the boundary ropes. A third man on the boundary, and then a deep mid-wicket for Bilal. Again, a short ball. This one has been played towards the fine leg. The fielder is inside the circle. This is not great bowling from Bilal. And Khurram has got the start that he wanted.
A wayward line and length there. A shorter ball and down the leg side, and all Khurram had to just gently guide that to the boundary. So 2 boundaries of 3 balls. Darsait Titans off to a flyer, 8 for none.
Positive start from Khurram, and that is what is needed for Darsait. Again, stepping down the track and playing that shot, aggressive looking, but doesn't meet the middle of the bat, gets the bottom half, and hence no run there.
Very positive intent there by Khurram Khan. He knows he has to get the team off a good start, strong start, plays it, but doesn't middle it well, and there Adnan saves a certain single there. Nice fielding there by the experienced veteran Adnan Ilyas.
4 balls, 2 more to go. Bilal continues, right arm over the wicket. This is much better. A good length. And missed it completely, Khurram. We know how dangerous he can get once he settles in. He has the ability to hit the ball all around the park, and he's got a very strong mental temperament as well. He knows his role in the side as well. Very, very responsible, experienced campaigner, Khurram Khan.
Yeah, a better line there. Doesn't allow Khurram.
Fuller delivery. Hasn't middled it too well, but will still get a single and keep strike as well. End of the over. Darsait Titans 9 without loss. So 9 on the board for Darsait Titans. Khurram 9 of 6. Chaminda Lakmal is yet to get off the mark. Of course, he hasn't faced a ball yet, and he won't face the coming ball as well. Fawad Ali is the bowler who will be bowling from Oman LNG end. Left arm medium fast.
Yeah, Fawad would like to continue his celebrations. He celebrated his birthday last evening, and hopefully he would like to continue those from the Oman LNG end.
Here we go. Left arm over the wicket. Starts off with a ball spraying down the leg side. Will be called a wide. It's important as a bowler that you start off really well, because that sets the tone of your innings, of your bowling spell. And that is why a lot of times, Ashok, we see the bowlers, especially at the international level, they come out even before the match starts. They start with a few deliveries on the side wickets so that they are warmed up and they are ready to go when they're bowling the first ball.
An extra ball is always a bonanza for the batters, and this time he makes up with a wide, beats the batsman there with a slower ball there, Fawad, and Khurram is beaten. No run, 10 for no loss in the second over. Chasing 99 to win.
Nine of 7, Khurram. Wanted to go for a big hit. But again, that change of pace, foxing. Khurram Khan played that shot way too early. This is good bowling from Fawad. He's mixing it well. And in a D10 format, you need to keep doing that.
Exactly, and he has been mixing his variations, bowling the slow ball, getting the line length perfectly, except for the first ball which was wide down the leg side. He has been good with his last two balls.
The long on and deep square leg fielders on the circle, on the boundary ropes, while everyone else is inside the 30-yard circle. Some swing in the air as well, but way too outside off. And that means, as you can see, it will be called a wide.
These wide balls are not going to help Bousher Busters to defend 98. A late swing there, but not the line which he would have expected. And one more wide ball in this over. The second wide of the over. Fawad needs to keep it simple, straight.
Again, that late movement. He's bowling it way too wide. Has to target the stumps here, Fawad. Because what he's trying to do is he's trying to bowl outside off. And then the ball is moving away. He has to bowl on the stumps. And then the ball will move away. And that is where there will be a serious question being asked. Look at that. He's starting to bowl towards the off stump. Towards the offside, in fact. Outside off. And with the ball shaping away, it's always going to be a wide.
He's getting the swing, but the line is to be perfect.
Much better. Could have been even better. But we'll take that as long as it's not a wide. One more run added to the total with that single. Darsait Titans move on to 14.
With 3 wide balls in this over, the ball over looks to be quite a long one, Shoaib. Fawad would be hoping to better his line and length. Khurram Khan there looking to speed up the proceedings with some big hits.
Again, that slower delivery angling across. Quick run taken. Shubo has been very impressive in the field. We have to say, one of the quickest fielders around. He's taken some spectacular catches as well in this edition already. That was Shubo Pal. Good clean collect. And he realized that it was too late to throw and take a shy at the stumps.
These youngsters are the future prospects of Oman cricket. Shubo, Amanpreet, they have been excellent on the ground. The fielding has been excellent. They have ensured that the youth is showing the promise they are expected from.
Change in the field, deep point on the boundary ropes. Slower delivery and a diving effort for Fawad Ali does well to stop that. Very, very good fielding of his own bowling. And Prithvi Machi, who himself is a great fielder, is the first one to come up to him and appreciate that effort.
That was a brilliant stop of his own bowling. Dives to his right, makes a diving stop, ensures that no run is taken.
Oh yes, every dot ball is gold dust. Very, very important in this edition of fan code D10 in a 10-over format. Dot balls are as good as wickets. Last ball of the over. Can he finish off well? A slower delivery and a single to end the over.
Much better line this time by Fawad. Finishes off with just a single. 16 for no loss in 2 overs. Khurram on 11 and Chaminda on 2. A bowling change there. Sufyan Mahmood brought into the attack. Always meets with, gets breakthrough quite often with his medium fast, gentle medium. Quite an accurate bowler. So Sufyan will be bowling to Chaminda Lakmal. A single. Score moves to 17.
.1 overs. Suddenly, the runs just drying up a little bit, and that is what happens in a D10 format. One good over can change that run rate drastically. Sufyan Mahmood, the all-rounder, been brought into the attack. He's got the knack of taking wickets as well. Full length delivery has been played with soft hands, looking for two. Lakmal, oh, that should have been taken. That should have been dismissed. That was a wicket for Bousher Busters. But the keeper, Abdul Rauf, has grasped it.
A lack of communication there in the middle. Chaminda Lakmal looking for the second, which wasn't there. The fielder was already on the ball, and a nice throw straight to the wicketkeeper. Rauf, in fact, fails to collect it cleanly, giving reprieve to Chaminda Lakmal.
Slower delivery. And good run as well. This time much better coordination and communication between the two players. Well, a young fan practicing.
Enthusiastic future cricketer. He is doing good. Definitely would be a good fielder.
Oh, very close to that off stump.
Sufyan Mehmood strikes big. That's clean bowled.
Well, I think it's stumping. We'll have to wait and watch. Very close to that off stump it was. Let's look at that in the replay. That is of the last ball of the previous over. But that's a big setback. Khurram Khan is walking back after scoring 12 of 11. Darsait Titans 19 for 1. So the new man in is Amanpreet Singh Sira, right-handed batsman. Opened the previous game, opened the batting for Darsait Titans, but today he's been sent at number 3. Again, one of the very, very impressive all-rounders and youngsters in Omani cricket.
Quite true. A lot of potential. A lot of responsibility here. Picks up the single of the first ball he faces from Sufyan. Darsait Titans struggling to get the boundaries. 20 for 1, and here's the replay of the dismissal of Khurram Khan. Sufyan Mahmood, how often he does it, and that's a very good stumping there by Abdul Rauf.
Oh yes, that was a good stumping. At first look, it felt that the stump was disturbed by the ball directly, but not to be, very close to the stumps, into the hands of the gloves of Abdul Rauf. Again that big heave, big appeal, and the finger has been raised, and that means it is wicket number 2. Chaminda will have to walk back, and Sufyan Mehmood is bringing Bousher Busters into the game.
He does so often. He breaks those partnerships, and this time he picks up his second wicket of the over. A slower ball. Chaminda totally beaten there. Goes for a wild hike, but only the ball could hit him on his body. At just leg before. Chaminda Lakmal out for 4. Darsait Titans 20 for 2 after 3 overs. New batsman in.
Sachin Kumar Jagra. He's been promoted today for Darsait Titans. Normally you don't see him coming up the order, but today he's been given a different role with the bat in his hand. Prithvi Machi, the skipper, has brought himself in to the attack. Right arm off spinner. And bowling from the right end as well, Ashok, because he's bowling from the Oman LNG end, where for the right-handed Amanpreet Sira, he'll have to hit towards the bigger part of the boundary, towards the Oman Cricket Academy building.
Quite true. Prithvi bringing in himself, knows that it's time to strangulate the opposition. They have been boundaries dried up already by some tidy bowling. 20 for 2 in 3 overs. The new batsman in, Sachin Kumar and Amanpreet. Amanpreet on strike. A shorter ball. Just a single there. There you see the Oman Cricket chairman, the man who is leading Oman Cricket to new heights, in the white t-shirt, Pankaj Khimji. Sachin Jagra.
Starts off well, played straight down the ground for a single. (22 for 2), Darsait Titans. Big heave, hasn't connected it too well. Fielder coming underneath it, will not get there in time. And that means a life for Amanpreet. Trying to hit that ball too hard, Ashok.
A lucky escape for them. Got a top edge there. There you see. Couldn't connect it properly and it lobs in no man's land. Misses. A hit and a miss. Prithvi Kumar Machi keeping it tight there. Darsait Titans 23 for 2. Sachin has been possibly brought in to get some quick runs here. That could be one of the reasons why he has been promoted.
That's right. He's been asked to go for the kill. Look at that, stepping down. Good intent there from Prithvi Machi. Good game awareness as well. Saw that Sachin Kumar Jagra was using his feet and hence darted this one outside off. Very well done. This time he goes up in the air. Catch it is the call. And will be taken. Shubo doesn't drop too many. He's one of the best fielders you can have in that area. And time again, he's proven that. Prithvi Machi gets another wicket. Sachin Kumar Jagra is walking back.
Yeah, the experiment of Bousher fails there. Sachin going for a big hit, but doesn't connect it so well. Gets the elevation, but not the distance. And Shubo Paul taking a very good catch on the ropes. Shubo back in the pavilion for 1. Caught Shubo, ball Prithvi. Darsait Titans 24 for 3. With 1 ball left for the 4th over to be over.
A lap shot, cheeky, innovative. Bilal Shah has absolutely messed it up for himself and for Bousher Busters. That should have been stopped. This is regulation fielding. Bilal Shah was nowhere close to the ball, and that's a poor effort. 4 overs gone, 28 for 3, Darsait Titans.
Three batsmen back to the pavilion. Khurram for 12, Chaminda for 4, Sachin for 1. 28 for 3 after 4 overs. Extras 4 so far.
Well, Darsait Titans are losing the track as we speak. 4 overs already have been bowled, 6 more to go. It's not going to be easy. They need to target certain bowlers and they need boundaries now than later. Who's going to hit those? Mehdi Hassan, left arm orthodox spinner, has been brought into the attack. So spin from both ends. Straight into the hands of the short fine leg fielder. But will just get a single. It's time for us to head down towards the sidelines where we've got Suhas Vedam with one of the guests.
We've got from Darsait Titans, Khurram Khan, a specialist batter and a fantastic keeper as well. I've got to tell you that. Khurram, what do you make of this particular game and this situation first up?
Yeah, they have set a very good target, 98 runs. You know, it's a short format cricket and we have to maintain this 10 runs per over. So it's a bit difficult, but let's see. We will start now. Not a good start, we can say that, but we have a very good batting order. Hopefully we will chase it, inshallah.
Do you think the pitch has changed a little when you came into bat? Because you were keeping as well and you got a closer look at the pitch.
Yeah, the ball was keeping low from the other side and the other side is okay. Also the wicket is a bit slower than the yesterday's game.
Keeping this game aside for just a while. Now Khabar Ali, Nestor Dhamba, Zishan Maqsood, all of them on national duty. When they come back, will look like a different side altogether, the Darsait Titans.
Yeah, it will be a different side because we have a senior campaigner, Khabar Ali, Zishan Maqsood and Nestor Dhamba. Hopefully they will join tomorrow's game. Tomorrow they will come back here early in the morning. So hopefully they will join us tomorrow, inshallah, tomorrow's game.
All the very best for this game as well, and thank you very much for talking to us, Khurram.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Back to you in the comm box.
Thank you, Suhas. Interesting conversation about the pitch there with Khurram, who was keeping in the first innings and also batted on that track. Meanwhile, an overthrow has resulted in another run. Poor fielding all throughout. So the ball definitely is keeping low. We'll talk about that. Let's quickly check that replay. It was always 2 runs. That throw, no backing up. And that fumble helped them to take another run. One more single. So Ashok, what do you think about the wicket? Of course, it's been the 3rd day. We are seeing a lot of matches being played on the same wicket. Definitely has slowed down.
Much expected. If you're having so many matches on the same pitch, it's going to be slow. It's going to be definitely getting slower with each match. And that's what it's showing. That's what it's reflecting. You see an odd ball go low and you see the ball getting a lower grip.
Oh yes, we'll continue that conversation. 5 overs gone. Darsait Titans are 36 for 3. Single taken on the first ball of the 6th over, and that's not going to help Darsait Titans. They need some big hitting to take you through for the next 5. It's going to be Ashok Purohit alongside Mikhail Vaswani.
Welcome Mikhail. Ubaidullah on strike. Beaten there by a beautiful ball outside the off stump. Prithvi getting the ball, forcing the batsman to play a shot, but the ball just missing his outside edge. Ubaid goes a big slog hit there on the boundary. It's well fielded by Sufyan. Just a single there. 38 for 3 after the third ball of the 6th over. Good evening, Mikhail.
Good evening, Ashok, and thank you, Shoaib, as well. Darsait Titans are struggling at the moment. They'll need to find a batter rather, who can bring them the runs quick and fast. Looks to go big once again, Amanpreet. He was opening the innings for Darsait Titans last evening. Today he's come in the middle order. He's having great amount of exposure. He needs to convert them. Ikram Sadat up next. Khurram Khan just departing some time back. Darsait Titans are still to open their account in this tournament, Ashok, and they need to register a win. Bousher, it's their third game.
Yes, the bowlers have been excellent for Bousher, and that's one of the key reasons they have won one of the games so far of the 2 they have played, and this is the third game. They look to be in driver's seat right now. 6th over being bowled, Darsait Titans 40 for 3.
Cheeky this time, shuffling in the crease, and once again bringing all the innovation they can. Bilal Shah, what a committed fielding effort that has been. He certainly saved 2 runs, and that's poor cricket. All the hard work undone by the wicket-keeper, and that throw. All the hard work done by Bilal Shah has been just put into the drain. 6 gone, it's 43 for 3.
The bowling card so far, Sufyan Mehmood picking up 2 for 4. Excellent bowling in his 1 over. Prithvi Machi picking up 1 for 15 in his 2 over spell. Those 3 wickets have fallen down so far. 43 for 3 after 6 overs.
That's Mr. Pankaj Khimji, the chairman of Oman Cricket, and what a personality he is. What a dynamic figure in this side of the world, and so much has Oman Cricket grown under his watchful administration and governance. Always a passionate cricketer himself, and the legacy has been imbibed from his father as well, Mr. Gokuldas, Kanaksi Gokuldas Khimji.
Yes, indeed. Pankaj is carrying on the great work done by late Kanak Bhai, and he is leading by an example. He has seen Oman cricket from the grassroots level grow to this situation where it's now a proud venue, one of the most sought after venues in the world. And it's Pankaj's dynamism which we can find with his fellow board members.
Nice change of pace there. Very good delivery here by Fawad Ali. He understands that more the pace on the ball, the easier it gets for batting. With the pitch getting sluggish now, the aim is to bowl a lot of change-ups. Amanpreet will need to do something special this time. Just tweaking his fingers over it, bowling it wide of the crease and stumps.
Interesting bowling variation there by Fawad Ali. He knows that if he bowls a bit faster, it's going to only help the batters.
Again, change of pace. Committing into that shot. This could be close. Flirting with danger, both these batters. They've not been able to get bat to ball. Surviving a very close call there.
Yes, again, a lack of communication there in the middle. And Fawad Ali ensuring that there's a dot ball. A swing and a miss there. Again, a fumble there by Abdul Rauf. Fails to dislodge the stumps. But a single there. 44 for 3.
Darsait Titans just losing a little bit of concentration in the field. They need to tighten things around them. Ubaidullah. Fawad Ali has been guilty of just straying way outside the off stump this evening. He needs to find that line. It's important they don't concede extras. Two young, inexperienced batsmen in the middle, eager to make a mark. Amanpreet is off to 17. He's made it count. But the hard work begins from here. They need to get to 99. It's a spread out field, remember. You have a sweeper cover. You have the third man inside, fine leg inside, long on long of mid wicket and square leg.
Goes for a big hit this time. Medals it not so convincingly. Picks up 2 runs there. Ubaid moves on to 8. 47 for 3. Darsait Titans.
The strength of Bousher Busters always has been their bowling. At the toss, Captain Prithvi Machi stated, if we can add a little bit of runs with our batting and be more responsible, we back our bowlers to defend it. And that's exactly what happened. Asif Khan and Abdul Rauf Ataullah got that much needed partnership, took them to 98. And now the bowlers are doing a very fine job.
Quite true. Fawad Ali doing his part. Just a single there, despite a fumble there by Adnan Ilyas.
I'll tell you where the problem lies. The required rate 15.30, and that's why the dugout has some serious faces. At the moment they're going at 7.2.
They need to double up in all ways. In the way they are approaching the game, they need to go for big hits now. It's time for them to have some lusty hits.
He didn't know what he was doing with that, but he decided that he will overcome it into that shot, preempting this time. Lucky he didn't find the fielder. He's an adventurous batsman. He's exciting. He was electrifying in the field, Amanpreet. And once again, he's trying to bring in all that innovation in this format. It's acceptable as far as you get it right.
Quite true. It's all about execution. You try these things, but if you don't execute, then you end up in a soup. Ubaidullah knows that he needs to go for some big ones. And he goes this time. A huge hit out on the side screen. It's a massive 6 there by Ubaidullah. Much needed 6 there for Darsait Titans.
Fawad Ali having a problem with the length this time around, but a very good 6. 7 gone. It's 55 for 3.
Amanpreet Singh and Ubaidullah, the youngsters, leading the team out now. Not out on 18, Amanpreet and Ubaidullah on 15. Khurram Khan, 12 of 11 deliveries. 55 for 3 Darsait Titans.
The fight is on here for Darsait Titans. The length over here was just at the right slot for Ubaidullah to tee off, and he connected that really well, middled it exceptionally well to fetch 6 important runs. Nicely bowled into the pads over here. This is very, very good, fast, aggressive bowling by Bilal Shah. You can concede the singles. The equation 43 of 17 at the moment.
Yes, interesting bowling change. by the skipper. Bilal brought into the attack to break this partnership. They have stitched together a few runs, Ubaidullah and Amanpreet. This is the field here for Bilal Shah. Bowled him. That's what Bilal does with his speed.
That was fast, that was furious, beaten for pace, and that's what Bilal Shah can do. Very good bowling change here, made by the skipper Prithvi Machi. Now he's thinking, he knows a wicket is the need of the hour, and they get the big wicket of Ubaid as well. Nowhere close to the pitch of the ball, and the length was wonderful. Ubaidullah departs for 15 of 10. A big wicket falls for Darsait Titans. It's 56 for 4 in the 8th over.
So the new batsman coming in after Ubaidullah being castled there. You can see Ghazanfar there. Bilal breaking the much needed partnership that was threatening actually. Darsait Titans 56 for 4. Arjun is the new batsman.
Steaming in with the cross seam, Bilal Shah. Once again, that was fast, but that was on the full, getting the top of the bat. I'll tell you what, Darsait Titans' problem has been that they've clearly felt the void of someone like Kawar Ali and the captain, Zishan Maqsood.
Yes, indeed. And hopefully they should be joining the team in tomorrow's game, because Oman is playing Namibia in the final league encounter of the WCL today in UAE. So the guys should be back in Oman tomorrow morning, and they would be there for the team tomorrow.
There's no plan whatsoever in the middle at the moment. Their asking rate is climbing. The batsmen are throwing their bat at virtually everything, and Bousher Busters have started to sniff victory over here.
They look to be in a good, comfortable position right now. Bousher Busters. Darsait Titans being restricted right now to just 57 for 4 wickets in the 8th over of the match.
Short and wide, played towards cover. They are taking a single. This could be close. At the stumps, he had 1 wicket to aim at. It was always going to be tough. They challenged the arm and chancing the luck. Both these batters in the middle, smiles all around. They knew how close it was.
He was all gone had the ball hit the stumps at the non-striker's end. Asif taking an aim at the non-striker's end and just missing by few centimeters there. And the singles won't bother Bousher Busters.
Darsait Titans at the moment are lacking depth in their batting. Gives the charge, again beaten for pace, nowhere close to that. Bilal Shah has bowled a top over, and he's practically pulled things in favour of the Bousher Busters. 8 gone, it's 58 for 4, 41 needed in 12.
The batting scorecard so far: Khurram Khan out for 12, Amanpreet not out on 20, Ubaidullah out for 15, Arjun Rashik on the crease with just 1 run, 58 for 4 after 8 overs. Extras 5 runs.
Sufyan to continue. Straight back at him, almost a cotton bowled over there. The singles will not hurt Bousher Busters. Darsait Titans have put themselves in deep trouble, and this chase has fallen apart. They've just not been able to construct this chase. Captain Ikram Sadat still to come in. He's given the youngsters an opportunity, but he should be the man taking charge in the middle.
Yes, Darsait Titans in real trouble today. 59 for 4. A slow ball by Sufyan, and he beats the new batter Arjun all ends. Darsait Titans require 40 of 10 balls. It's going to be a very, very tall order. Here's the miss there by Arjun of Sufyan's bowling. Sufyan has been in terrific form. Picked up wickets. Bowled a very tidy line and length here.
Once again slow this time. Has he found the fielder? Yes, he has. Straightforward catch to Shubo. He will not drop these. He does that every day for practice. Shubo Pal and Sufyan Mehmood strikes again. How well he disguises the slower ball. You've got to give him all the credit for it. And this time around just not able to clear it. Only to find Shubo Pal at long off. Another wicket falls here for Darsait Titans. As Arjun Rajesh Kumar departs for 1. It's 59 for 5. Oh, he's castled him through the gates. Sufyan Mehmood has come into bowl in both his spells, created havoc for this batting order. This time Amanpreet departs, and what a bowling performance it's been by Sufyan, the senior stalwart, given the responsibility and has ensured that he keeps his team very much in the hunt. This time playing across the line, gap between bat and pad, you miss, I hit.
Yeah, Sufyan has been exceptional today with his bowling spell. He mixes the variation. Amanpreet Singh there, the victim of Sufyan, clean bowled 21 of 18. Darsait Titans 59 for 6. They almost
And still no captain. Oh, is he? He's there, of course. 2 wickets falling in quick succession. This means 2 new batsmen. Ikram Sadat will be at the non-striker's end. What a difficult situation for Darsait Titans. They're still to find that elusive win in the D10 competition. Once again, a change up there. Single, top over this by Sufyan.
Yes, he has mixed his variations quite effectively, Sufyan here. Picked up wickets. And Darsait Titans are struggling at 60 for 6. Ikram Sadat, the skipper, right-hand batter.
What a fine over this has been. Look at those bowling figures. They'll quickly take 2 runs over here. But this is just a formality right now as Bousher Busters are all over Darsait Titans. Top over by Sufyan. He completes his quota of 2 overs with 4 for 8. This is a match-winning performance at 62 for 6 after 9 overs.
There is Vino Matthews, who's been managing 2 of the teams in the D10 league with his better half. the last over of the match. Darsait Titans require 37 of 6 balls. Virtually an impossible task here. Asif Khan, the right arm leggy. Nalinda at crease.
Ball just not climbing this time around. We've heard Khurram Khan saying the pitch has begun to keep low. This is now the 7th match on the same pitch on the 3rd consecutive day. Oh, he's picked that up, but has he found the fielder? He'll fall short of him as they steal a single. They're looking for the second. This could be close. Once again, the throw is wide. Had it been over the stumps, it could have kept everyone interested.
Yes, not a good throw there by the skipper there. Here's the hit. Not a convincing hit. Doesn't get the full meat of the bat. And a fumble there by Prithvi, and that allows them. These are all desperate hits now. Just a single there. Asif keeping it tight.
The problem here for Darsait Titans is also the net run rates going forward, even if they get wins. They should have gotten closer to the target, should have done it in quick time, with wickets in hand, made it a close match. Problem is they'll be playing catch-up towards the business end of the tournament.
Quite true. In these sort of formats, net run rate is something they have to be constantly looking at. Every ball they have to ensure that the net run rate is taken care. And here's a flighted ball, and he's caught out there by Prithvi this time. No mistake done this time. Ikram is back to the pavilion. Asif picks up a wicket in the last over.
Another soft dismissal here. The captain of Darsait Titans departs without creating any kind of an impact in the middle with the bat. That's been the story of Darsait Titans. They've walked in, walked out in no time. Ikram departs for 2. 7th wicket falls. It's 65 after 9.4.
Yeah, there you can see the disappointing dugout.
Not really. I'm seeing them smiling at the moment. Khurram and Sachin Jagra. Oh, he's gone and picked that up, but only to find the fielder. Wickets falling in a heap. Prithvi Machi is in the thick of things. A catch in the previous ball, a catch now. Nalinda departs as Asif Khan strikes in back-to-back deliveries. I'll tell you what, Darsait Titans are just throwing it away and have lacked commitment this evening and have lacked the planning and strategy to chase down this target. And they've made it all but easy for Bousher Busters, who've been very professional.
Indeed, and it's just the opposite for the other team. A simple catch there on the boundary, picked up very well. And I guess that Darsait Titans have thrown in the towel. Nalinda Prasad out for 4, caught Prithvi, balled Asif. Darsait Titans 65 for 8 with 1 more ball to go.
The final delivery. He chipped that. He'll go for a single. They'll look for 2. But this is curtains to this innings of theirs. And is that a run out as well? That'll be referred upstairs. It's all happening here as Bousher Busters celebrate their second win in the SkyExchange.net presents Fancode Oman D10. This was their 3rd outing and 2nd win. And they're looking good in the tournament so far to go the distance.
Absolutely clinical performance there by Bousher Busters. Darsait Titan, in fact, losing a wicket of the last ball. A run-out dismissal gone upstairs. Let's see what the 3rd umpire has to say. All claps here. A happy Bousher Busters team. They have done exceptionally well on the field, batted well, bowled well, and here's the replay of the last wicket. Nowhere in the frame and a very comfortable stumping there by Abdul Rauf.
That angle may not give us a clear picture, but it looked like he was struggling.
Has he made it? Wicket?
Had the wicketkeeper put in the dive, it could have made things easy, But at the moment it looks touch and go. Very difficult to say from this angle. But the fact of the matter remains, Bousher Busters have completely decimated their opposition in this encounter. Bat, ball and in the field, they have brought in great amount of professionalism as they walk back happy. And Darsait Titans will have to get back to the dugout with more planning and introspection. That's because they have dropped their second game and they'll need to get back to winning ways, and more importantly hope for their two senior players, Khawar Ali and Zishan Maksud, to come and bring about a turnaround in their fortunes.
Yeah, they also have Nesta Dumba in the national squad. So 3 key players, hopefully they will come back and join and reinvigorate the team, revive the team fortunes. Not a great performance there by Darsait Titans. Bousher Busters winning it at ease. Very comfortable win there for Bousher Busters.
Oh yes, 2 more points here for Bousher Busters.
Batting card here, Khurram out for 12. The top scorer, Amanpreet Singh, 21. Ubaidullah, 15. And that's all what they could contribute. 67 they all could make. 67 for 8 in 10 overs. Extras, 5.
Yes, they lack the planning, they lack the chase and the commitment in it. And for the Bousher Busters, Bilal Shah has looked wonderful so far in this T10 competition. 1 for 12 for him in his 2. Fawad Ali a touch expensive but came back well in his second over. Sufyan Mehmood 4 for 8. He's been the pick of the bowlers. He practically broke the batting of Darsait Titans. Prithvi Machi 1 for 15, and Asif Khan as well towards the end added some wickets to his tally to finish on 2 for 5. So it's been a one-sided performance this evening. And it's been Bousher Busters all the way with the bat and with the ball. They struck at regular intervals. Though Khurram Khan began well with great intent and execution, it was this piece of stumping that led to a barrage of wickets as Sufyan struck in his very first over. Prithvi Machi then came in to bowl, and some nice catches were taken in the deep. Safe pair of hands today as the fielders backed their bowlers in what was looking like a one-sided contest.
Yes, and it's Bilal striking, and another loose hit there. A good catch there by Shubo, who doesn't miss much. And there Sufyan striking one of the 4 wickets he had picked up. And another catch there, and Asif Khan picking up these 2 late wickets in this final over. Prithvi Machi, the skipper. So the match, Bousher Busters scored 98 for 8 after batting first. Asif Khan playing 30 of 20, Abdul Rauf 25 of 12. Ikram Sadat was the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 14. Sachin picked up 2. Ubaidullah 2 for Darsait Titans. Darsait Titans in chasing 99 to win by 67 for 8. Amanpreet top scored for 21. Sufyan Mahmood the pick of the bowlers, 4 for 8. Asif Khan 2 for 5. Bilal 1 for 12.
Alright, we have still a lot more cricket left during this course of the evening, and we'll get you with much more when we come back on the other side of a very short break. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. 2 more matches lined up for the evening. We'll see you very soon.
Oh, what a game of cricket we've had. Darsait Titans taking on Bousher Busters. And as always, Oman D10 promising a lot and delivering it. Fantastic game of cricket that we've had today. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the post-match presentation party. Our dignitaries have arrived. Dr. Ahmed Mohammad Al-Abri, CEO of Asyad Sports and Terminals. Thank you very much, sir. Asyad Ports and Terminals, Dr. Mohammad Al-Abri. And a man who really needs no introduction, Mr. Pankaj Khimji, the chairman of Oman Cricket. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. Today's player of the match will not only receive the medallion, he'll also receive a gift hamper from Odamna by Mr. Pankaj Khimji. I request you, sir, to give it to the player of the match, who's Sufyan Mehmood, for his fantastic performance. Oh, what a six that was. And don't forget his slower deliveries, which were so very effective. 4 wickets today, with just 8 runs given away. Unreal figures. Sufyan, don't go anywhere. Before we have a chat with you, we've got a medallion as well for you. Dr. Ahmed Mohammad Al-Abri, I request you to give away the medallion to the player of the match, Sufyan Mehmood. Dr. Ahmed Mohammad Al-Abri, Asyad Ports and Terminals. Thank you very much, sir. Sufyan, if you can have a word with you. Well, what's your favorite kind of slower delivery? Let's put it this way, because in an over there are 6 balls and you have 7 different kinds of deliveries.
Well, definitely I do have many variations, but I like the back of the hand variation the most.
What was the plan when the batter was trying to come after you? Because the situations in which you bowl are such, not when the wicket falls, you are the one to provide the wicket in the first place and get some momentum to your side.
Well, actually the plan is very simple. This is a very short format. I try to be as straight as possible and vary my pace. That's it. And I don't, I bowl according to my field. That's the basic plan only. That's it.
Player of the match in such early stage of the tournament as well. Much set the tone nicely for you. Congratulations on the medallion and the hamper. All the best for the next one, Sufyan.
Thank you so much. And I would like to dedicate this award to my little daughter who has just been born 4 months back. This is for Zara. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, Sufyan. Such a lovely gesture as well. That's Sufyan Mehmood, the player of the match. That's all we got for you from the post-match presentation. We'll dive into a short breather on the other side. We have much more coming up the next match, so don't go anywhere.